Sit rep. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning, Saturday morning. Just got done working a typical 80-hour week, 5 a.m. to 9:30, Monday through Friday. I find standing water on top of the washing machine downstairs, and I'm wondering what's going on. What now? And the reverse osmosis return pressure line, or pressurized. The way it works is to pressurize these filters. Well, one of the nipples on the faucet. Here's a faucet. It's got a supply, a return, and a dump, it looks like. And it dumps half the water that goes through the filter because it's not going through the filter media. Anyway, so this hose is cracked. It was causing water to come down here and drip down into the basement into the laundry room, which is not as harmful as it could have potentially have been, given that that's the room that was leaking into. Here's the hoses. They fit onto barbed fittings, nipple style barbs. And there's that one. And I was just watching water spray onto the wall there of the bottom of the sink. The water wasn't making contact with the wall here, but it was running down, obviously creating a mess in here. So now I guess the fix is going to be really more simple than anything. Just cut the line. Looks like there's more than enough line here. Cut the line and reattach it. Although I do think that those should be secured with some kind of locking clamp, band clamp, screw clamp, whatever, but they're not. The other ones were on pretty tight, so let's see where this crease is. I'm going to cut that back to right about here somewhere. Okay, in this case, the task involved disassembling the head, which had a small Allen. Looked to be about a 2.5. No, it was a 2. It was a 2mm Allen to remove this part and get at the expander. It's a spring, two-way spring expander. And then I heated this up with a lighter. I got it hot. And then I was able to, as you can see, slip it back on over the nipple. So she's on there now. Get to see how this is put together. It's got a couple of O-ring. It's got one O-ring and it's got a little station seal there. So now I just have to tighten this back up, and that'll be that. It does look like the installer did not account for the fact that this hole is not necessarily large enough for all these hoses to go through without rubbing. With getting this base into place, it's awful close to the edge. So rubbing this around back and forth may have actually caused, in my opinion, I'm going to go ahead and give my air crash investigation here. Looks to me like this sharp metal edge here did make contact, as you can see. Even just now when I was wiggling it around, I got a little tag of plastic. This is artificial or superficial, it's not going to wreck it, but that's real. And it would be worth reaming this out more, the larger bit. But as for right now, this will conclude this fix once it's tightened down. And so this whole ridge between here was completely full of water. There was standing water in here. It was most shocking to witness. And there was water down here by the trap. You can still kind of see it. Look at that water there. It's unbelievable. And this little bit of carpet was wet. I thought the apocalypse happened and my drain stack here had broken. I was sniffing the water hoping it weren't sewage. But it was just fresh reverse osmosis water coming down. Got lucky here tonight. I'll be getting to bed later than I want to be, but at least it's not the end of the world here. I will have to rebalance this because I moved it, and apparently it moved the leg. But so anyway, the water was coming down the hoses. Boom. It was actually leaking right at that black tape, straight down. This black tape, straight down onto here. The wall was wet, boy was I concerned. All I gotta do is turn the water back on and see if we got a drip, which we won't because I fixed it. Alright, so I turn the water back on. Turn the spigot back on there. And it's looking dry. No water coming down. It's always something, you guys. Planet Earth 2.0. Always something. No water leaking down the hose here. Should kind of clamp them together. They aren't so splayed out like that. Turn the water on. It works. Now it's gonna charge up, put a little more pressure on them lines. This is our culprit on the right. Looks dry. Good to go.